Over the course of her near three-decade career, Maggie Q has become synonymous with playing kick-ass women. After making a name for herself in Hong Kong, where she was scouted by Jackie Chan's management company and then trained as a potential action star, at the turn of the millennium, Q rose to fame in the US for starring opposite Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 3 and Bruce Willis in Live Free or Die Hard, and for breathing new life into the vengeful titular spy assassin on the CW's Nikita. Q's latest role, as an LAPD detective in Prime Video's Bosch spin-off Ballard, feels like an amalgamation of the action heroes and straight-laced law enforcement officials who have defined her body of work. In fact, according to Q, executive producer Michael Connelly, who wrote the original Bosch novels, was looking for someone like Maggie to play the role. He got his wish. Connelly and Michael Alamino adapted Ballard for television. First introduced in the series finale of Bosch Legacy and inspired by real-life detective Mitzi Roberts, Renee Ballard is the leader of a team of quirky civilians and disillusioned cops investigating cold cases around Los Angeles. While she was initially siloed off into the new, underfunded division as retribution for filing an unsuccessful HR claim against a superior, Ballard's team's investigation into a string of seemingly unconnected murders, including the suspicious death of a councilman's sister, points to the existence of a perilous conspiracy within the LAPD and a ruthless serial killer, who ends up murdering one of Ballard's teammates before being captured in the finale. Read the Q&A for the killer's identity. I thought the finale was just bananas, just reveal after reveal, Q tells Variety. I liked that it was somebody not only that you didn't suspect, but sometimes their reasons for doing these things are a lot smaller than you think. They're not bloodthirsty vampires. They're traumatized people. That's one of the things that I learned during the process of training for this show that was very surprising to me. Calling from her home in Hawaii, Q opens up about the exhausting but rewarding experience of playing Ballard, including that painful fight scene, how that cliffhanger sets up a potential second season which may include Titus Welliver's Bosch, and how she's overcome Hollywood's limited understanding of racial identity. When viewers meet Ballard in this spin-off, she's still grappling with the fallout from her allegations against a former superior, Detective Olivas, Ricardo Chavira, who tried to assault her at a party. She also hasn't completely dealt with the loss of her father, who died in a tragic surfing accident decades ago. How did all of that emotional baggage inform the way you thought about the character? I think it's true of people who are in hero roles, whether it's a detective or a firefighter or a cop or any of these people who go out into the world in a very brave way and try to make the world a safer place, or to give people peace. They have their traumas for sure because there has to be some type of scissor or blade that's pushing them out into the world and motivating them in a real way. Ballard has a conversation with the police-appointed shrink that she has to go to, and the shrink is bringing up all this stuff like, it's so interesting, these parallels in your life between the cold cases and your dad's death being a mystery. And that pisses Ballard off. She really doesn't want to face the question marks that put her out in the world, but I think that baggage is weirdly heavy, but very motivating for these types of personalities.